This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
And before we start with Mike, first of all, let's give a little love, some super chatters. Clee Torres with a little love, along with Drew Bo, or Drew Boo, that is. Thank you, Clee. Thank you very much. Thank you, Drew Boo. Appreciate you, man. He puts more cowbell there. I see you guys are talking about a lot of...
we got to get Philippe in the shot, man. He's part of the team.
That's right. Philippe, if you see Philippe in the shot there, he handles all of our video. He does it also for Mike, too, at the same time. And if you need any video help for your website, okay, or your business, Philippe is a master at filming, editing, putting it all together. It's a beautiful thing.
He's
Mike,
just the man. It's just that simple, the man.
He is. So how you doing, Mike? You doing all right?
Good. Big O, I can't thank you enough for having me on again.
No, it's all good, bro. Give me a break.
It's such a pleasure to see, to come on your show.
I've
been a fan for so long,
Well, yeah, I'm a fan of yours also because I follow your show now and always get to learn a lot of stuff. Yesterday when I'm watching, and for those of you that don't know, Mike Fiorellino's with us. You can follow him at Mike No Go Zones on Twitter. It's M No Go Zones, right? Is it, or is
Correct.
it
M
No Go Zones?
Correct.
M No Go Zones on Twitter. It's funny how we don't remember numbers; we remember Twitter handles now.
True.
Right?
True.
I don't remember any phone numbers now, but I will remember your Twitter handle. So M No Go Zones. But if you go to YouTube. You subscribe to Mike No Go Zones. You can see it there. Subscribe, check it out. Syria, Beirut, Chicago, Baltimore. Now you went to Miami Gardens.
That would be correct. I decided to stay home this time.
Yes.
Because, traveling right now,
it's a pain.
Getting on a plane it's a mission now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I decided to stay local, and I picked Miami Gardens because we've all been there.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Everyone in South Florida has seen at least either a sports event or a concert there.
Well, I've worked for years at Miami Gardens.
Right.
Because the QAM studios were at Miami Gardens for many, many years. Both of them. The one right off of Ives Dairy on 201, right next to the Kentucky Fried Chicken. And then they moved over to the former Wynn's studio. I used to be an employee of Wynn's 28 years ago.
Wow.
And worked there in Miami Gardens. And then they bought that studio after a few years back, and now they've moved to another studio, but we were there for several years. So I am very aware of Miami Gardens, spend a lot of time in Miami Gardens, ate a lot of the places at the Stadium Diner where you were at.
Sure, yes.
I did not eat at the Ethiopian restaurant because I have never eaten Ethiopian food. I wouldn't know.
You got to try it out.
I would have to try it out, but I don't know what the hell to order. You know what I mean? And I know the Jamaican place you went to, too.
Yeah, that place is awesome.
I love Jamaican food. My problem with Jamaican food is that I'm such a pussy when it comes to the damn spices that it's so hot normally because Jamaicans love – because – when I used to work at Alamo Rent-A-Car, I worked with a couple of Jamaican guys, and dude, I would try their food all the time, and it was so spicy, bro. And I'm such a wimp for the spiciness.
Come on, you got to toughen up.
Oh, I can't. My wife can eat a jalapeno and laugh at you.
Right.
Doesn't matter what jalapeno you give her, bro. You give her the hottest jalapeno in the world, and she's munching on it like it's chocolate candy. You know what I mean? Like I would be eating Hershey's, she'd eat that and laugh at you. Like, what? There's nothing. Me, I would need 5 of these to download just one bite. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
It's crazy, so I couldn't. So so a lot of the stuff that you were doing kind of, brings a lot of memories to me because I've driven a lot through those streets, in Miami Gardens. I've watched all your other episodes. And usually when you're walking around somewhere, there are tighter quarters, tighter neighborhoods. Yes. There's more structure. It was funny yesterday when I was watching it last night, and I'm watching you walk through the Miami Gardens neighborhood.
Correct.
And dude, it's so desolate compared to what you're used to watching your shows. You know what I'm saying?
It's very spread out.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize Miami Gardens is huge.
And it wasn't lit either
No,
as
dark.
much. So because I'm so used to when you walk in other places, like when you went to Baltimore and you were showing us the different housing areas and all that, but everything was kind of tight.
You're right.
And lit up, and there were people around, you know what I mean? So you had ambiance. Or whenever you've done any of your other ones, wherever you go and you're showing where you're at, it's a lot easier to to see what you're doing. Yesterday it was like there was nobody around for you. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta cough it up to the fact too that we're under lockdown.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
everyone's kind of staying in now.
Smart.
Even when I was driving around with the rapper Mike Bell, shout out
Yes.
to Mike Bell, by the way.
Yes.
We couldn't really have a true night out on the town because everything was shut down except for that food truck we went to called Que Rico Ta.
Which
Excellent food truck, by the way.
now was that right off the Palmetto and 57 or 47?
47th.
Okay, right off the Palmetto, right?
Off the Palmetto.
Right by the
and-
Burger King.
Correct. Right
Okay,
there.
because you didn't show the Burger King.
No.
But I knew it.
We've all seen a Burger King.
I
You
know.
know?
Oh, here's another thing. I had a girlfriend that lived in Carroll City.
Okay.
So she lived right by the Captain Crab's, which I don't know if you know where that. I don't know if Captain Crab's is still there, but it was like off of. Is it still there, bro?
We did this about
We
2 months
did.
ago, and unfortunately not.
No, it's not.
No.
Okay.
Right.
There's one, I think, on 79th Causeway.
Yeah, it was just off of 37th and 186. Is that the one that goes right across Carroll City? That street? Is that the one that goes Carroll? Is it 186?
Yes,
I think it is.
186. Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah, so it's 186 and 37th. I used to go there a lot. So I'm like, so, I know that area so well because I've been all over, worked or whatever, hung out. So to me, I'm one of the few people that can actually tell you, no, I didn't just go to sporting events there. I had to work and kind of, hang out there a lot. So for you, what did you pick up from it?
Well, it's when I go to a Dolphin or Hurricane game, like I say in the video, I drive in and I leave as soon as it was done,
Like everybody does.
like everybody. And shame on me, because there's a lot more to offer. I didn't, Stadium Diner is a great place to grab food.
Yep.
Top
Top Notch. I've smoked
Yes.
tons of cigars at Top Notch.
notch cigars.
They were
Great
actually
place.
a sponsor of ours for a really short time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a great, but it's still there, and the whole shutdown has affected them too badly because they used to be able to sell booze in there.
Right. I know. I
And,
saw you went
yeah.
and you enjoyed your cigar, but no booze.
No, what a shame. What a
Right.
shame. But he's hopefully a business will start up again if the NFL comes around. We don't know yet. I mean, it's still but even then, who's going to go to the stadium?
Yeah. And I always learn something from your shows that I did not know. And I bet you didn't know this either, Bill, that Miami Gardens became a city just in 2003, right?
Correct. It was finally incorporated.
They were incorporated. They didn't exist until 2003. Did you know that?
No,
Like you knew it was there, but it wasn't really Miami Gardens officially until 2003.
see, the thing that surprises me is the fact that you remember Joe Robbie when he built the stadium.
Yeah.
The neighborhood made them do a thing that you had to have adequate parking on the grounds
Right.
to accommodate everybody at the stadium. That
Right.
was one of the stipulations
Right.
for building. I would have thought the fact that they did that the community had
Right.
a city, a stamp.
They didn't.
Interesting.
Isn't that crazy? I
It is.
never knew that, and I was like, wow. So it's a baby of a city,
It is.
actually.
Yeah, it's crazy. But before that, it kind of had a bad reputation. The movie director that I filmed, that I
yeah.
interviewed, his name's Mark Samuels. Shout
I
out
saw
to
it.
him. The movie he filmed there was called Murder Gardens.
Right.
And of course, that name brought all kinds of controversy because he got calls from all kinds of
Yeah.
the mayor's like, how can you tarnish the city and this and that? But he's
Dude,
like, hey,
we went through the same thing with Miami Vice.
correct.
When first Miami Vice started, the city officials were pissed because it made us look
Right.
like the streets of Miami were like what was going on with Miami Vice. You know what I mean? So they
Right.
were all touchy about it. But eventually it became a good thing for you
Sure.
because it got exposed constantly.
Of course.
You
And
know?
I remember, who can forget the music and the fashion from that show?
Right.
I mean,
Right, exactly. And then the Art Deco and everything else. So
Yeah.
everybody wanted to go check it out.
of course.
That's the funny thing that the Miami Vice what ended up doing was enticing people to come to Miami,
Sure.
just like CSI Miami, because they would come in and out of breaks with these just majestic shots of Miami, and there's a lot of beauty here. You
There
just
is.
got to, if you just focus on some of the negativity in every city, that's all you're ever going to get. And you point out also that it's not murder gardens anymore.
No, it's since 2016.
Right.
Things have gotten a lot better. Unemployment's down, and the economy started. Well, now with this with COVID,
Well,
of course,
that's
things.
everybody.
That's everywhere. But things were getting better. And one thing I learned from Mark Samuels, one point I bring up in the video, is only one hotel in all of Miami Gardens.
Yes.
That's the Stadium El Palacio Hotel.
Right.
But now they're building more. I don't know if you remember, there's a Walmart.
Tennis center,
Right, tennis center.
the football stadium that has 2 tenants and holds concerts. You have the Jazz in the Gardens.
Right.
Okay. Now you're going to have the practice facility there. That's coming. That's an entertainment destination now.
Right.
A year-round entertainment. Oh, and the F1 race is coming.
Okay.
So they have to add hotels there, man.
Correct.
Because it would be smart. Actually, I think you would get NFL if you put a really nice hotel close to that stadium. NFL teams will end up staying there
Exactly.
out of convenience, and
Right.
you'll get that business right away. You'll get the college teams to stay there too. You might even get UM to stay there overnight, the night before a game.
Right, especially for a noon game,
Right, something like that. So these are the things that I agree with you, and not to diss the one hotel that's there, but that hotel,
Not enough, yeah.
it's not enough, right? And it's an old hotel too, and they've tried to update it and all that stuff. But
Right.
I know because I hear Dolphins all the time, and they have to stay out in the ocean, over in
course.
Hollywood or whatever, and then drive over to the stadium because that hotel is not adequate enough.
Of course, and not only that, but the reputation is like, oh, it's not a great place. So
Right.
I was guilty of it too. I just leave.
Right.
But now, after filming the video there, I'm like, well, now I can hang out. Now I can go to Top Notch Cigars.
Yes.
Now I can go, go to Lorna's Caribbean American restaurant. I can get some Ethiopian food if I want to feel a little exotic. And it's not as scary as media made it out to be. Because let's be honest, a point I keep making over and over again: bad news sells, and it moves fast.
Right.
That's what moves the
Yeah, we don't know. I always say if I sat here and I started to read about the Dolphins at a hospital this week, and that the Marlins went to a homeless shelter,
Right.
And
Yeah. No one will care.
nobody will care. They'll tune out. And it's like I don't care. But if we want to talk about Antonio Brown getting arrested, then let's have some fun. And X is doing this, and
Right.
then this is going on, and then Adam Gase is losing his mind, and we train wrecks, baby. We love train wrecks.
Moves the needle.
Right.
That's why reality TV is so popular.
Yeah, and the thing I think Miami Gardens, because of all of that now, is becoming a real player if they take advantage of it, because they're having so many events now that it's a destination place, and that's why I think you're actually watching what we hadn't seen in years. Stuff is growing around that stadium now.
Correct.
Now you've got shopping centers that
Yeah,
you
the
never
Walmart.
had. Not just a Walmart, but the shopping center you were at where Top Notch is at. Then across the street, all the way down, there's a couple of shopping centers there.
Right.
And I think that's what's really helping. And where are they going to build that hotel? Is it next to the Walmart?
Right next to the Walmart. There's going to be. Mark told me they're going to build 5.
Okay, that
I'm
makes
sure
sense.
of different price ranges.
Right.
One's going to be a luxury one, and for budget travelers.
Right.
everything in
Ramada or
between.
Hilton with
Of course, a
their
big chain.
different chains.
And but you know what? If
Marriott is probably the one.
Probably.
Marriott and what are the other ones that they have? It's Marriott,
Holiday
Hampton
Inn.
Inn.
Holiday
no,
Inn.
no, they're not Holiday.
Is
They're
it Courtyard?
Courtyard.
Okay.
Courtyard, Marriott's. They have like 4 different ones.
Right.
Chesterfield or whatever that was. A Springfield is
Okay.
also a Marriott hotel. I bet you that's the one that he's talking about, because they usually, when you travel, you'll see those different Marriotts close to each other, and they're really all the same company.
Yep.
It's just the different price ranges.
I'm glad you brought up CSI Miami though, because they shoot most of that show in L.A.
Okay. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
They only take like a few shots of Miami. And
Right.
That's it. And the reason why a lot of people don't film in Miami anymore.
Scarface did that too, by the
Yes.
way. Half of it
Exactly.
was here, half of it was in L.A.
No, they did it for like a few days, and then
Yeah.
they found out what it was about, and the city told them to get out of here.
Right.
Well, and because her that the real estate thing and the hairdressing, that's all in L.A. That's not here.
Correct.
You know, there's a bunch of things that were filmed over there.
The
not
tax
here.
credit ran out to film in the state of Florida. And
Okay.
since then, we discussed that in the video too, Mark Samuels. Well,
Yeah.
actually, just to elaborate more on the interview with Mark Samuels, what you see in the video is like a compressed version, an edited version. That's 20 minutes. The full video, the full interview, I should say, is 40 minutes, and that's going to be released today at 6 p.m.
Oh, okay. All right,
So if
cool.
you want to get more detail, dig deeper.
Okay.
You know, it was a really fascinating interview, and he's a great guy, and I can't wait for Murder Gardens 2 to come out.
Okay. He had a, I thought he did a really good job of describing his city and
Yes.
what it's all about. And obviously eating at that diner, I've eaten at that diner 1,000 times, dude.
Yeah.
Although I'd never eaten at that other the food truck. That thing looked good, dude.
It was. It was pretty much the only thing open.
The,
You know, we went
the empanadas. What kind of empanadas were they?
Oh, they were filled with beef, and they were amazing. They're huge. For the people listening on the podcast, talking like bigger than my fist. You know, they were massive empanadas.
I could probably go there. I could go by there right now
Yeah.
after this. They're probably right there, right? They're probably there now after.
I don't know if they're there during the day, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, they do have social media. If you go on Que Rico Ta, look up on Facebook. I'm sure you'll get their schedule.
Okay. All right. I'll give. I'll tell them you sent me
Yeah.
over there. What's Mike? What place is next? Portland, Oregon. Oh,
You know what? If you would have told me Portland, Oregon
yeah.
months ago, I would have laughed at you because to me, Portland, Oregon is the land of craft beer and donuts.
Right, and roses.
Yeah. And
Because they have
right.
that event every year that's all about the flowers or whatever.
Right.
It's like historic or whatever.
And,
I forgot what
and,
it's called.
and their NBA team. That's all we know about Portland.
Yeah.
And now what's going on there? I never would have imagined in a million years.
I never knew they had that kind of fire in them. I
Same
thought
here.
those people were mellowed out, smoking
Right.
weed and chilling out, dude.
Same here. Guys wearing Birkenstocks and sipping on craft. Exactly.
Right.
I thought it was chilled out hippies there, and now with this.
Yeah, Detroit is where he wants to go to
Yes.
next. It's
Actually,
one of
yeah.
them. Somebody did bring up something locally that I thought was kind of interesting. As a bunch of them have come in while you've been talking, so
Okay, sure.
I
Any
gotta
questions?
look at it. But it's just Homestead. Homestead, is it a no-go zone? Daniel Wright
Nah.
is asking.
Not really. It's kind of rural. I mean,
Yeah,
I think Florida City would be a little
probably.
more rough on the edges. Homestead, nah.
I don't think they're that rough. I think it's more that it's just an agriculture type
Yeah.
of blue collar type of area.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think that those areas are really that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put it that way. You know, Rick Cab, by the way, says this guy is an amazing series, very brave and informative.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Appreciate
Mike, you the man. That's what Florida West is saying.
Some of the places you've been and the fact that you don't have any judo
No,
or
none.
karate.
I
Man, that amazed me.
Yeah.
I can't punch through a paper bag. All right, just.
Pilar Avella is asking, what's Mike's favorite sports teams?
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up.
'Cause I know you got the Islanders, right?
Yes, my New York Islanders.
So the Panthers tomorrow, you guys are going to win. I would love to feel confident, but I don't. I have no confidence in the Panthers. None.
Well, this is a sports talk show, so yeah, I'm Islanders all the way. As you can tell by the accent, I'm from Long Island. Islanders, Mets. I did grow up a Giants fan, though. A little bit of an anomaly there. And embarrassed to say, but I did grow up a Knicks fan, but very
Have you switched over to us yet?
yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
You
So
know, as long as
we kind of got him at least a little bit.
as long as Dolan is in charge, it's a dumpster fire.
Yeah,
That guy's a.
Dope.
I don't want to
He's
throw
an
it off
idiot.
the air, you know.
He's a moron. Don't worry about it. I'll do
Yeah.
it for you.
Okay.
Rick Cab says, what other places we have next to see? So we know Detroit is on your list. What are the other target places?
St.
Yeah.
Louis is still on my list. Seattle, this whole Chaz Chop, whatever they're calling it, Chaz Chop. I was thinking of going there, but it looks like it got dismantled, so that didn't last too long.
Yeah. What did you think? Because to me, Autonomous Zone was a bunch of bums that didn't want to work. And, hey, I got a free spot to actually hang my tent at.
Right, I look at it this way.
And
I had a feeling that was going to end as soon as their cell phone bills came in and they couldn't pay it. And all their services got shut off, and you know what? Then they would have left anyway.
Right.
But the fact that they just turned into Lord of the Flies there,
Right.
And someone got killed, and of course the mayor said enough.
Right. Well, finally.
Yeah, I know, right?
The fact that you allowed somebody to take over your police station is disgusting.
It is. I agree.
It's disgusting, dude. Please, give me a break. And they're asking, is that guy behind recording the segment? Yes, Myron, he is recording the segment. Yes, he is Philippe.
Yeah, shout out to Philippe.
Yes,
Best
that's right.
videographer out there in Miami.
Dougie Fresh has a question for Mike. What is
Get over there, man. Get on camera.
What is one of the
Thank you.
biggest myths about no-go zones that you have found to be shared in other areas?
Okay, the violence that the media is always reporting,
Right.
most of it, not all of it, but the vast majority of it is gang-on-gang violence.
Right.
So if you're not in a gang, people usually leave you alone. Now, if you do...
It's what I say about organized crime. I go,
Right.
it's organized.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. You're not involved, right? You didn't borrow money from them. You didn't steal money from them.
Right.
Usually nothing's going to happen to you, bro, okay? They're usually going after somebody that screwed them over. You're not in their way. It's organized, bro. That's why it's called
Right.
organized crime.
There you go.
You're good. You're good.
But unfortunately, in a place like Chicago, there's
A lot
the
of
two
gangs.
gangs go at it, and of course, there's always a kid happens to be crossing the street at a time in a family, and then that's when tragedy it gets really tragic. And it's a real shame that something like that happens, and it shouldn't be happening, but unfortunately, it does.
But that subject always pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because you always get the white dude that says, well, they're fighting for Black Lives Matter, so why don't they worry about what happens in Chicago on black crime? And I'm like, dude, you know how racist that sounds?
Yeah.
Like, I'm Cuban. Do you think I was worried in 1980s when Castro shit on us with all the prisoners?
Right.
And we had a whole bunch of refugees here, Cuban refugees that were committing crimes. You think that hangs on us?
Sure.
Like
yeah.
my dad that came in the 50s and the 60s? No, dude, that's a whole... we don't worry about that, bro. I mean, those are... Do you think Italians worry about the Italian crime people? No. I mean, they get straddled with that. Like, they think all Italians are into the mob.
I wish
You
I
know what
was.
I mean, it's like, to tell a black person that they're worried about crime in Chicago
Yeah.
on two gang members, that's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
How are you going to hold that on black people? That's just, those are bad people. They're not black people. They're bad people. Just like the gangsters, whether they're Italian or Jamaican or Cuban, they're bad people. They're not bad whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I love how people tend to tie one thing to another when it's two things completely. When we're talking about police brutality and everything else, don't compare that to two gang members shooting each other, whether they happen to be black or Cuban or white or whatever it is. You know, like Asians, like they got to worry about the what's that called? The
triads.
The triads. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. So you're gonna tell, hey, how come you guys aren't worried about triads killing triads? Well, that's not our problem, dude. You know what I mean? It's to me that's a racist statement when somebody does that, because you're tying one
Yeah.
thing to another that has nothing to do.
It's an easy
with
way out.
Yes, and it's just another way of complaining about something that
Another myth
is
too
affecting
is
you here.
a lot of the people there are very tired of being stereotyped that it's such a it's a hellhole every day.
Right.
They would like to be portrayed better because one complaint I get back from everybody is like, the only time the cameras come down here is when something bad happens. How come they don't come down here when something nice happens?
Right. Exactly.
That's that's a very common problem. But like I said earlier, bad news sells. The feel-good stories do not sell.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So what can you do?
James Roman says, I watched no-go zones for Opalaka last night. Production is low but interesting. Shocking how American cities got neglected by the economy. I know you had audio issues on that one.
Yeah, that was my first episode, and I was totally learning as I go. I didn't study filmmaking. or
Listen
anything.
to our podcast in August and September of last year. You'll hear a lot of screw-ups, too. That's how it goes, bro. You learn.
Thanks, so.
Yeah, it's not your fault. You live and learn, bro. Happens.
And if you watch Miami Gardens, see the production value there. I mean, it's like people say it's like night and day. You know?
I love the new open, by the way.
Yeah, the new opener.
Nice job, by the way, because I know that's you, not him. Okay? I get that. So, Felipa, if you saw the new open yesterday, that was kick ass, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really.
walking across the parking lot, Philippe makes look cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So that was really good. He did a nice job with
Yeah,
that.
it's it took a lot because for the shutdown and no one really doing anything. It's like, well, how can we the one good thing about this whole shutdown was like, well, how can I make the series better? And you have a lot of time to think and like, well,
Right.
let's try this, because
Right.
we had all this downtime.
Right.
We couldn't go anywhere.
Right.
Take advantage.
Right. Yeah. No, it's not easy, folks. When you're doing this stuff live and all that, you hope that everything goes perfect, but then you live and learn as you make mistakes. So keep checking out the show. Let me see if we have any more questions here specifically for you. They showed old City Hall, the beautiful architecture and abandoned, neglected plazas. What happened there?
Oh, Opelika?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. The city was built. Got to.
By the way,
How to develop-
Sky-Fi System says come to Gould's. I can
Okay,
show you
yeah.
where all the crackheads hang out.
You know,
Gould's is a place that's also...
I was thinking of Ghouls, yeah.
Gould's is a place that's been known also
Right.
as a bad area, too. Okay?
Yeah.
I haven't been to Gould's in... God, I don't even remember the last time I went through Gould's.
Right.
It's a long time ago.
Oh, it was when Opelika was built in the 20s. The developer wanted to build like an Arabian theme, because it's kind of hip thing to do at the time. Because
Right.
I think
Yeah, Alibaba.
Alibaba and Sinbad, these movies were coming out, early Hollywood films. They're like, oh, let's capitalize on it. Let's pull this cool-looking Moorish architecture.
Yeah,
And then the economy crashed. So
right.
the neighborhood just kept going downhill after that. But now it's turning around now.
Rosendo says, all this food is making me hungry. Time to go eat and Pines and order me some barbecue chicken, $4.99 at the Dutch Pot.
There you go.
All right.
Speaking of Jamaican food.
I did not know about that, but nice job by you. Super Boom Shack's asking, how about Liberty City? I think that would be
Yes.
really interesting because
Correct.
I think that's a perfect one because I think that's changed a lot, actually, because I drive, when we get off on 62nd and we go to your house and you could tell that there's been a lot more work put into all those areas. So I think it would be I think Liberty City's pretty
Yeah, I think
cool.
we could actually throw out the G word, gentrification.
Yes. You're right.
It will happen because real estate in Dade County is it's through the roof.
Right. And everything east is everything that's east is moving west.
Correct.
And it's been like that, and it's pushing everything out. Like, I mean, listen, back in Biscayne and 24th Street and 30th Street.
Oh, so yeah.
30 years ago, you were playing with your life
I
when
know.
you go there now. Now you could go out and just walk all those streets, and you're good, man.
Or how about Wynwood?
Right, yeah. Oh, no, Wynwood it's as safe as it gets nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's where but I like Super Boom Shack's idea. Liberty City, I think, is one.
Yeah, if I do
that would
another
be
Miami
really
one, definitely.
enlightening, you know?
If
You got Little Haiti, you got all these little different areas
Yeah.
there, and I think it would be culturally, I think it's really cool,
Right.
all that area, you know?
Well, it depends if we can leave. I can't go back to my home state of New York yet.
No.
No, I have to be quarantined for 2 weeks. It's a real shame.
Wicked Knights 32 says, yeah, Metal Mike, let's go Islanders. What's that about? Are you a Metal Mike? What's this Metal Mike stuff? Is that a friend or something?
It must be. Yeah, I'm a big. My.
I know you love your metal, but I didn't know that you were called Metal Mike here.
That's the first time I've been called that, but.
Okay. All right. Yakuzas versus Triads. There you go. Now ask an Asian person, hey, how come you guys aren't worried about Yakuzas versus Triads?
Yeah. I think the Yakuzas are Japanese and the Triads are Chinese.
Okay.
Correct me
either
if I'm
way.
wrong,
Either way. But you'll insult one side or the other anyway, so that'll be
Yeah.
good. Dougie Fresh says, Mike, question. Come to Pensacola and go to some of the faith healing churches we have here. We can meet up and you can get healed of any
Oh, yeah? Do they got
Issue.
are they the ones with the snakes?
malady. But, huh?
I think there's some churches where actually whip out the snakes.
Really?
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's in Pensacola. I think in Appalachia somewhere. You can go look it up. It's some crazy shit. Sorry for saying
That would be good. Now, Trainwreck, baby, that's
yeah, I know. See someone get bitten
That's
by a
some good
snake.
for Mike No Go zones right there. Let's see. Since you work a lot at the Pines in Hollywood, time for me to teach you the best local sports to eat, Big O. Well, cough it up, baby. Let's go. Give me all the info. Big O, it's not just gangbangers that get shot. What about the innocent children that get shot and killed for no apparent reason?
I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, but dude, that happens everywhere. That happens. Innocent people get caught in crossfire all the time. Did you see the other day some guy held up a place and used some lady and her kids as the getaway car, and the guy was shooting at the car and nicked 2 of the kids.
Right. Or how about the UPS
And
driver?
those kids had nothing to do with it except for this scumbag mom of theirs is involved with this scumbag dude
Right.
that is robbing a place, and those 2 innocent children have nothing to do with it, and they get shot.
Sure, it's
Oh,
tragic.
you're talking about the lobster robbery.
Is that what it was? It was lobster?
$190-something worth box of lobster, and the guy's running out. And the
lobster.
security
Unbelievable.
guard shot at the car. The mother is in the car with 2 kids, 6 and 8 years old, and the guy jumps in the car, and the security guard random shoots and hits 2 of the kids.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Or how about
I
remember
think the security guard is actually up for charges.
Really?
Manslaughter.
He should be.
Attempted manslaughter.
You should be.
Yeah, because that's for
not
a
his job.
$190 box
And
of lobster.
you don't go shooting into a car, dude. That's not
Exactly.
your job, bro. Now, cops don't even do that.
Yeah. Or remember the
I shouldn't say that.
UPS driver
not
that
true.
got killed?
Some cops do, actually.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that, actually. That was inaccurate. I apologize.
Yeah.
Because we do have some cops that do that.
Yeah.
They do it right on live camera, too.
Yeah.
On
But
top of all of it.
yeah, but unfortunately bad things happen, but it's not just in one area,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So that's a big myth that I uncovered.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. It's but you know, now that our listeners have brought this up, there's some interesting areas still locally
Oh, absolutely.
that can, you know, because the Gould's, Liberty City, I
Brownsville.
love Brownsville.
Yep.
Yeah, those are areas that could be, you know, I just think that Liberty City. I don't know much about Brownsville or Gould's because I can't say that I'm cruising through those areas much. But I have gone through Liberty City several times over the last few years, and there's been a change. And so I think it would be an interesting one.
Cool.
That
All right.
one I think
Definitely
you
food
can-
for thought.
That one I think you can find some material. So Detroit is the next one out of here.
I already
Out
bought
of
my
state.
plane ticket.
Really?
Yes.
When?
August 13, I leave.
Okay.
So I'll be there for 3 nights.
Okay.
There's plenty of time to get plenty of material, and we'll see how it goes.
So you're going to be at 8 Mile?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I would imagine you got to go to 8 Mile.
I'm a big fan of the movie, first of all.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, definitely. Is that club still around?
Oh, I have no idea. And even
I
if
don't
it
even know if
is,
it existed.
I don't know if it'd be open right now.
Yeah.
That's the
You
thing.
don't know, but at least
Yeah.
if you can put it on film, it'd be pretty cool.
And one thing about Detroit, it's its musical history.
Oh,
Motown. I mean, just
Rock.
Yeah, Ted Nugent, Bob Seger. I mean,
MC5.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
All came from the Detroit sound. And
Yeah. Detroit is
It's
its music history
It is.
is
It's
incredible.
amazing.
My boys, Greta Van Fleet.
oh yeah, that's right. They're from Michigan, right?
They're from Frankenmuth, Michigan,
Oh, that's say
which
that
is
5
just
times
just outside of Detroit.
fast. Okay.
So yeah, Frankenmuth, and they're from Michigan. Yeah.
Techno music was born there. Can you believe that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Techno music
it was
was
born in Detroit.
I had no idea. Did you know that, Mr. Techno Boy?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I do now. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's Techno Boy there.
Okay.
So he loves the
The EDM.
EDM stuff. I had
Not all of it, but some of it, man. You got to give it a chance. Seriously.
I
Just
had
give it
no
a
idea.
shot.
That's a really cool fact. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
What happened was that European DJs discovered it. I think I talked. It happened with Chicago house music too. European producers checked it out. Like, yo, we got to bring this back to Europe, and they kind of made it more commercial and more
Okay.
pop oriented, and boom, EDM.
Okay.
You know, that's what happens.
That is interesting.
Yeah, Detroit has a great musical history to it.
Yeah, no, that I know about all the other musical
Yeah.
history of them. I had no idea about EDM.
Yeah, it's they've given a lot.
Oh yeah, man.
They're it's going
Yeah.
through tough times though right now. So.
I just watched on Showtime the other night that special of Hitsville, USA, with Barry Gordy and everything. It was like
Right.
it's like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. It is amazing, dude. Just wow.
Well, you have a Kiss mask on, Detroit Rock City.
Yes, that's right. That's
I
right.
think the first Alive album was recorded there, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
I think their Kiss Alive was recorded there. I
Yeah.
think so.
Cobo Hall, I think was the name.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. I think
Yeah.
so. I think it was.
I could be
it was-
wrong, you know.
No. I think you're right. I think it was recorded there. If I remember correctly.
One of the
Correct?
things really cool for Mike, I mean, from him living in Long Island, WLRN.
Yeah, but LIR.
WLIR. Sorry, you got the shirt. I mean, where all that 80s music started, man. I mean,
Right.
he actually got to listen to the station in its heyday.
Yeah, it was great growing up there, listening to that station. It helped form a lot of my taste in music later on. I didn't listen to a lot of the alternative stuff when I was in high school. I got more into that in college,
Okay.
a little later on. And high school, straight up rock. That's
All right.
it. You know.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, that happens, and you
Yeah.
adjust, and then you appreciate and all that. I wasn't a big fan of Van Hagar, and then it kind of grew on me as the years went on. You know what I mean? Because I was always strong on the David Lee Roth Van
Oh, come on.
Halen.
50 is a great album. Come on.
I know that's what I'm saying. That after because
Okay.
it was they were so more poppy than the
They were,
regular
they were,
Halen.
yeah.
And they were already headed in that direction with Jump in
Jump,
1984 and all
Right.
that stuff. Anyways, Diver Down gave you a little preview, but then Jump they went all out and,
Sure.
and went poppy. But I was so hardcore with the older Halen that I just did not want to get into Van Hagar. But eventually, you just, dude, it's great music.
It is,
and you just keep listening to
amazing.
it. And now I have all those albums now from that Van Halen.
And let's be honest,
era.
Sammy Hagar aged much better than David Lee Roth.
Oh, no, he always could sing.
Yeah.
David never really was a great singer.
Yeah.
Never was. It was a sound he had
Mm-hmm.
that went perfect with that band.
Right. And as a frontman, he was great.
Oh, no, the greatest frontman ever. In the history of rock, no frontman will ever touch David Lee Roth in my book. I don't know if I'll ever see one. You know, I mean, the way the direction that we're going in live music, there's
Yeah,
no way
it's- what a
we'll.
shame.
Yeah, yeah. So to me, David Lee Roth is the greatest frontman of all time. But voice-wise, it was a sound he had that went with that bluesy rock feel that they had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where, like, when you hear Fools and Romeo Delight and things like that, you really hear his voice, how it goes with that music. You know what I'm saying? That's why I became such a huge, guy, because that happened at those early days.
Sure.
It kind of broke up the fan base.
Yeah.
And
it did.
either you were a Van Halen or a Van Hagar fan, almost. You know what and it was almost blasphemous
Right.
to like that one.
I like both because when David Lee Roth went solo, I did go see him live twice, and I enjoyed his shows and real fun.
He was the one that was leading him in that direction.
Yeah, he had who's his guitar player? Steve Vai.
Stevie Vai,
Yeah.
For first couple albums,
Yeah.
Eat 'Em and Smile and
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper.
That it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Living in Paradise, all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, definitely. Stevie Vai was amazing, dude.
Yankee Rose. Yankee Rose.
Yeah,
man.
Yankee Rose. Kid Rock is also from the Detroit
That's right.
area.
I forgot Eminem
So
and Eminem.
And Eminem, yeah, obviously, yeah, 8 Mile. So yeah, Miami Kid J says go to Brickell. Whoa, what did I knock?
Go to Brickell.
I can't hear myself now. What did I do?
If I go to Brickell, I might drop my
there we go.
$5
There we go.
cappuccino.
It's my
you know?
headset. Okay. How's that?
If I go to Brickell, I might drop my $5 cappuccino I'm
Yeah.
carrying around. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Alapata, somebody says.
Alapad is gentrifying already.
Yeah.
It's already on its way because Wynwood is expanding so fast.
That's right there.
Yeah, it's part of
It's been Pac-Man'd.
pretty much.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
Yeah, it's already.
I
changing.
out of all the ones they brought up, Liberty City's the one that
Absolutely.
really intrigues me. You know what I mean? Is there nowhere in Palm Beach?
I've heard of some bad areas of West Palm Beach.
You know?
Not Palm Beach, the beach town, but if you go deep into West Palm Beach, I heard of some rough areas.
So you go to my hometown,
Well, would that be
Belglade.
Belglade? Okay.
I was born in Belglade, Florida, man. I'm a freak. I'm a real Floridian.
Yeah.
There aren't a lot of us, man. So I was born in northwestern Palm Beach.
Okay.
Which is Belglade, and that's known as, but it's not necessarily known as like this terrible area more poor
Okay.
than it is. But that might be that.
Isn't it
I
more of
don't
a
know.
fishing village? Or,
No, it's farming.
farming. Okay.
Farming
okay.
is what they have there. 'Cause
I'm thinking of
that's where
Okeechobee. Okay.
I was born there because a lot of Cubans went there in the 50s and very early 60s
Okay.
because of all the sugarcane factories.
Oh, got it.
So Cubans obviously know about cutting sugarcane, and so a lot of Cubans, when they got here, they went up there and they went to find work there. Now it's Haitians that go there.
Okay.
Now the Haitians that go
Right.
to the farming areas to get work now.
Sure, of course, 'cause-
So that's where you got a strong Haitian community there now.
Okay.
In that area.
Cool. It's good to know.
Yeah.
I'll,
And the talent that has come out of what is it? Is it Immokalee Belglade,
Pahokee, is that an
Pahokee.
Pahokee, yeah.
It's a triangle
Yeah.
that it's known. And, it's sick. Fred Taylor and Edrin
Sure.
James and just
NFL talent.
Antonio
just, yeah,
Brown.
you know,
No, Antonio Brown's from here. Santonio Holmes
Okay.
is the one that was there also. I got my Steeler receivers mixed up. It's endless, the amount of talent. I think Louis Oliver is from that area.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's the other
And
thing.
back to the Miami Gardens episode, Santana and Sonoris Moss. Miami Gardens.
That's right. And the other thing, what was it? Rick Ross, Trick Daddy, and who else? What other rapper?
Mike Bell, my friend.
No, but Mike
big
Bell was
rapper,
telling us three rappers he mentioned.
Flo Rida.
They all have businesses there. I did not know that.
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yes.
And so, but we got to. Which are those spots? Did he tell you exactly which are those spots?
DJ
Because there was a
Khaled,
Checkers, right?
Yeah, he owned. Yeah, I think Trick Daddy owned the Checkers.
Is it the Checkers on
and
Miami
then
Gardens
there's
and
a place
27th? That one there?
Yeah, that one. And
Okay, because
then,
fat people know where food is at.
Okay.
Okay, us fat people, we know where food is at. They are our landmarks, and I think there's a Checkers on Miami Gardens on 27th. So is that Trick Daddy's?
Yeah, no, wait. One is DJ Khaled owns Finger Lickin'.
Okay.
Finger Lickin'. It's like fried seafood and all that.
A chicken place?
It's like a seafood place.
Okay,
And
I
DJ
don't know.
Khaled is the owner.
Okay, I didn't. Where is it at?
27th by right off not too far from the stadium.
Okay, all right. So on that strips,
Correct.
south or north?
South.
South. Okay, I got to check it out.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool to know because usually I'm in that area, and maybe I'll go check out DJ Khaled's place.
If you can, try Ethiopian food. You will not be disappointed.
But I don't know what the hell to eat.
Get the lentils and the lamb and the.
Okay.
And they serve it on this bread called injera bread. It's like a sponge. You scoop it up. You don't use forks and knives with the Ethiopian food.
Okay.
Break off the bread, and you scoop up the food and you just. Eat.
Okay. All right.
And
Is it spicy?
Not necessarily.
No, don't say that shit. My wife does that. No, it's not that spicy. I bite into it, and I'm sweating like a pig. Well, it's not spicy for me. I go, yeah, but it's me, not you.
Right.
So I'm the boss here. You know what I'm saying? So is it spicy?
No, it's not. You can ask for it.
Because the people that can eat spicy, it ain't spicy. Go ahead, here you go. And it's like your mouth is on freaking fire.
And in Ethiopia, they drink something called tej, which is a wine made from honey.
Okay.
Really good.
Okay.
I had some there. Yeah.
Okay.
See, the only food I knew from Ethiopia was, of course, the fastest land animal, the joke, Ethiopian chicken.
Right. There you go.
That's the only Ethiopian food I knew of.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would also have to say Freddie Mercury is a frontman, a showman. Yes, he was terrific. But if you never saw David Lee Roth live, okay, doing all kinds of kicks in the air and swords and spears, and I'm telling you, you have never seen a frontman like David Lee Roth. And I love Freddie Mercury. It's his voice that makes him better than everybody else. As a frontman, he had energy, but not like, there's nothing like David Lee Roth, man. I'm telling you, there's nothing like David Lee Roth. I get what you're saying, but Freddie, what's captivating about him is his voice.
Oh, he had probably the greatest voice ever in rock music.
Yes. I will tell you David Lee Roth's the greatest frontman, and I will tell you Freddie Mercury's the greatest rock voice ever. Yeah. By far. Let me see if I got anything else. Okay. He says, me and my boys first met DJ Khaled. He was about 120 pounds soaking wet.
Wow. What success did to him?
Drew Boo says, it will burn your ass. Oh, don't do it. You're setting me up.
All right.
You're setting me up. You're setting me up.
Oh, no, wasabi ain't hot. Go ahead.
He goes, the hot Cheetos burn my ass. Yeah, I can't eat those, bro. I can't.
Wow, you really.
No, I'm a total
you have to drink a glass of milk before your meals? Or?
Yeah, yes. Well, hot stuff, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I can only eat stuff that's lightly spiced. Because if it's too spicy, then I spend my time drinking tons of water, bro, and it takes away from it. And the part that sucks is Jamaican food is delicious.
It's
bro.
awesome.
It's freaking delicious. But
love
then when they
curry goat.
spice it up, that's the part that loses me, bro. It has great taste, but then the fire kicks in, and you're like, oh, crap. And then that's it. It's kicking my ass.
Yeah, if you watch the video, tell me who hasn't seen it yet, I order a curry goat in Lorna's.
Yes.
Which is, wow, that place is
Okay.
really good.
All right. Maybe one day I'll pick up the guts to do it. Mike, as always, my brother, appreciate you taking some time and coming out here to join us.
No, always.
Along with, it's good to see Philippe because all I
Yeah.
ever do is text with his ass. I never get to see him personally. So he's done a little filming. Say hi to Philippe back there. There you
there
go.
he is.
And he does all our videos on YouTube too. So everything you watch on YouTube, he's the man behind the scenes, putting it all together, man. And we appreciate him immensely. Thank you as always.
Yeah, see Felipe. You can find Felipe on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram.
What's the what is it? The Phil 9 Creative.
Nice.
Phil Nice Creative. That's it. Phil Nice Creative, and .com too, right? There you go. So if you need some great video work, this man is the man you want to hire. If you want, just reach out to me and I'll get you his number and all that good stuff, and I'll hook you up. Mikey, appreciate you, my brother. It was a really good series with Miami Gardens, and I look forward now. I want to see that whole interview now.
Correct. Yeah, at 6 p.m. It'll be on the YouTube channel, Mike No Go Zones on YouTube, and it'll be there. The whole interview uncut.
I loved how he said he put that movie together with no budget. They would be filming scenes in different parts of Miami Gardens, and then the cops would say, "Hey, we could shut you down."
Yeah, no permit, nothing.
You got no permit, but we'll let you go. And so it was cool to see. That he got those breaks that everybody needs, my man.
Of course, he's a great guy, and I'm cheering for him.
He's likable. I tell you that.
And he's a Miami Gardens native.
Yeah.
One point he makes is that he got a lot of criticism for naming his movie Murder Gardens, but he's like, hey, I grew up here. I was born here. My kids go to school here. I'm not here to trash the city. This is just what we called it before it became an official city. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm just reflecting reality.
Yeah.
But, someone has to complain about something all the time. That's just the way it is.
Oh, dude, I had a guy come on the other day, about 3-4 days ago, and he was like, hey, how come you don't have phones? I would love to call in and explain. And I'll go, okay, what's your question? And then he disappears.
Yeah.
And it was just to complain about something that, at the moment is not part of the show, which he doesn't understand that the show 60% of the time is on the road.
Right.
If I do phones, it has to be in a mobile sense and a digital platform that I don't know if that exists at all, that a company's going to allow you to take phone calls through a mobile, because it has to be portable.
Yeah.
So that
Karen behavior, right?
Right, exactly. That's what it is, Karen behavior. Because come on, I don't read the chats or the emails or the tweets. Come on, I mean, you send them in. I a lot of times I get to them and we get to talk about them a little bit. So what do you think tomorrow? Do the Heat win? Do the Panthers? Well, the Panthers are not going to win.
Go Islanders. I got to say that one more time. I think the Heat. I like this Miami Heat team.
Yeah, me too.
I really do. And they think they play Denver, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think they got a shot.
Yeah. I have hope for the Heat. I have no hope for the Panthers. That's where I'm frustrated with them.
And will the Marlins come back? Is baseball done for? It's
well, now more positive tests.
Oh man.
So
listen, I'm
and those are two playoff teams.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's see how they handle that now. Because the Marlins, they were casted aside like, you guys aren't going anywhere. So if you're off a week, at the end of the year or in 2 months, if you don't need to make the games up, we don't care about you.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, true.
Mikey, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on.
You got
People listening, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
That's right. Subscribe to it. MikeNoGoZones.com is the website. You can go to Mike No Go Zones on YouTube. And also follow on Twitter, MNoGoZones, also on Twitter.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
So much.
Kenneth in Cleveland sends in another super chat. Thank you, sir. Big O, have you ever heard of the blues guitarist named Johnny Guitar Watson? If not, check him out. He played with all the greats. Okay, I got to check him out. Johnny Guitar Watson. Let me write it down here. I got a couple things to check out this weekend that you guys have been telling me over the week, which is a beautiful thing. Let me see. I think there was another super chat that came in. Myron sent in another super chat. He says, Mike, promise you will go to do a show in Nicaragua. Tell me what you think of the food, the villages, and the religion there.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Okay? Yeah, but wait a minute. Do you want to go to Nicaragua?
Absolutely. Do you know why?
Why?
Esteli is one of the best places to grow
no,
tobacco.
I know, for cigars.
It's for
Yeah.
cigars.
I know, but it's not a safe country right now.
What's the name of the show?
Okay. Enough said. I'm done. It's called Mike No-Go Zones. Okay, I got you. All right.
If you're not supposed to go, that's where you go.
I know that's Mike No-Go Zones. He's a badass. He takes on spices and spicy places. That's just the way it is. I like it. All right, we got to wrap it up. And as always, we thank Philippe and Bill handling everything on video and audio. As always, we thank our super chatters. Myron is an extraordinary super chatter 3 times today. Thank you, Myron. You're a stud. Josh chiming in. Kenneth in Cleveland did it twice also today. Thank you. Very studly. Super Boom Shack dropped it strong again today. Thank you, sir. Jesse in Minneapolis. Clee Torres. Drubo. And right now, Omar Lopez gave us a little fist bump and a sticker. I like it. Jam, Bill. Wow.
Recent research has shown
Super chat.
Makes no sense.
Yo, you're getting focused on all the wrong sort of details here. You need to forget about all the normal rules that apply in society.
Wasted no time. Super chat. I thought it was really, 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 really cool.
You should all be very proud of yourself.
I have no response.
Super chat.
That was perfect.
Myron goes, damn, Mike, you know your shit. Go to Steli and Malaya in Leon. So there you go.
Awesome.
Yes. I've been wanting to go to Nicaragua too eventually, but to go to a cigar factory. 'Cause
Right.
that's always been my thing. I'd love to go check that out. Perdomo has invited me several times, and so has Espinosa.
And let's
from
not forget their
Espinosa
rum.
Cigars. Yes, that's right. You're right about that. Drew Boo sends in a super chat, a number 2 of the day. Thank you, Drew Boo. I appreciate you. Alexa V goes, is O leaving? Well, yes, for a
The
little bit.
onslaught to not let you go, bro.
Yeah, I know. Josh just chimed in with another super chat. Thank you, Josh. He says, stay safe, everybody.
I'm just going to count to 5 and then fire it off.
And
Like,
the better half sends in another super chat, Alexa V. And Julius 305 follows it up with another super chat. Thank you so much. You guys are
question
absolutely
is,
awesome.
can the Panthers fire up that horn like that tomorrow?
We'll see. I think you'll get some kind of a show over the weekend since we got the Heat and Panthers on Saturday. Something tells me they're going to give me material to talk about. So maybe we'll have a little show over the weekend, a small one, but we definitely will tune in. So subscribe as always and like. Thank you all out there as always. Appreciate all of you for tuning in, watching, downloading, texting, tweeting, however it is you support us and our amazing sponsors. Subscribe to my man Mike No-Go Zones. Go to the YouTube website and subscribe there and watch the latest episode at Miami Gardens and check out the other stuff, man. You know, Beirut, right? Lebanon. Oh, Syria. I'm sorry, Syria. What is it? Baltimore. Opelika. New Orleans.
Chicago.
Chicago.
South Bronx.
South Bronx. There's a whole bunch of areas that are interesting, and you always learn something about these areas. So check out my man Mike No-Go Zones and subscribe. We'll see you probably sometime this weekend, if not on Monday. Please get your hurricane supplies. Be safe. You never know if this thing jogs west and it gives us more trouble. So be prepared. Andrew did it to us. This can do it to us. Be prepared and wear your mask whenever you go out. Don't be a Karen. Don't be a Ken. Be safe. Be good.
Even if you're out there riding waves over the course of the weekend, wear a mask.